Every time you feel that dull ache in your knees? Every time your hands swell just a little more? Every time you struggle to open a jar or climb the stairs? That's not just aging. That's inflammation. And if you're over 60 and living with arthritis, you could be making it worse, without even knowing it. Because there are 10 everyday foods that trigger inflammation in your joints. Foods that seem harmless, even healthy. But according to Harvard Health, NIH, and Mayo Clinic, these foods could be the reason your arthritis pain won't go away, or why it's getting worse. Skip these, and you give your joints a chance to heal. Keep eating them, and you may be accelerating joint destruction, stiffness, and permanent damage. Let's start with the one food that causes more swelling than sugar. Food 1. Processed meats. Bacon, hot dogs, sausage. Processed meats like bacon, hot dogs, and sausages are among the most damaging foods for seniors suffering from arthritis. These meats are loaded with advanced glycation end products, AGEs, harmful compounds that form when meat is cooked at high temperatures, like grilling, frying, or smoking. AGEs build up in tissues over time and cause chronic inflammation. According to research from the National Institutes of Health, NIH, individuals with rheumatoid arthritis have significantly higher concentrations of AGEs in their joint fluid, directly correlating to more pain and stiffness. But the problem doesn't stop there. These meats also contain nitrates, nitrites, and saturated fats, which increase oxidative stress, a process that weakens cartilage and accelerates joint deterioration. Oxidative stress damages the cells lining your joints, reduces collagen production, and slows your body's natural repair mechanisms. If you're eating processed meats even once or twice a week, you may be unknowingly fueling joint damage that builds over time. Seniors aiming to reduce pain and preserve joint function should avoid these completely. Fix. Replace with anti-inflammatory alternatives like lean chicken breast, turkey, or plant-based proteins such as lentils or chickpeas. These support joint health without triggering inflammation. Food 2. Vegetable oils, corn, soybean, sunflower. Vegetable oils like corn, soybean, and sunflower oil may seem healthy, but they're actually high in omega-6 fatty acids, which can disrupt your body's natural inflammatory balance. While omega-6 is essential in small amounts, too much, especially without enough omega-3s, triggers chronic inflammation. According to Harvard Medical School, seniors with a high omega-6 to omega-3 ratio reported more joint pain, swelling, and morning stiffness. These oils are found in many processed foods, salad dressings, and snacks, making them hard to avoid unless you read labels carefully. The inflammatory response they cause can accelerate cartilage breakdown and worsen arthritis symptoms. If you're already experiencing joint discomfort, using these oils regularly may be quietly making it worse. Fix. Replace vegetable oils with extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil, both rich in anti-inflammatory compounds. These healthier fats support joint lubrication, reduce oxidative stress, and promote long-term mobility. Food 3. Refined carbohydrates, white bread, pasta, pastries. Refined carbohydrates like white bread, pasta, and pastries may be convenient, but they're one of the worst offenders when it comes to joint health. These foods rapidly spike blood sugar, which triggers a cascade of inflammation in the body. High glucose levels lead to the production of advanced glycation end products, AGEs, toxic compounds directly linked to joint tissue damage and chronic pain. According to the Mayo Clinic, diets high in refined carbs not only worsen arthritis symptoms, but also contribute to weight gain, which adds extra stress to already weakened joints, especially in the knees and hips. Refined carbs also lack the fiber and nutrients needed to support long-term metabolic and musculoskeletal health. For seniors managing arthritis, even small daily servings of these foods can prolong swelling, stiffness, and reduced mobility. Fix. Choose anti-inflammatory alternatives like steel-cut oats, sprouted grain bread, quinoa, or brown rice, which provide fiber and help stabilize blood sugar. Food 4. Soda and sugary drinks. Sugary drinks are one of the top drivers of systemic inflammation. NIH research shows that even one sugary beverage per day increases inflammatory markers in the blood, especially C-reactive protein, CRP, which directly correlates to arthritis severity. Fix. Switch to green tea, turmeric tea, or infused water with lemon and ginger. Food 5. Fried foods, French fries, fried chicken, onion rings. Fried foods like French fries, fried chicken, and onion rings are among the most inflammatory items you can eat, especially for seniors with arthritis. These foods are cooked in oils that become oxidized at high temperatures, producing harmful compounds that trigger joint inflammation. They're also high in trans fats, which increase C-reactive protein, CRP levels, a key marker of inflammation linked to arthritis severity. According to a Harvard study, older adults who eliminated fried foods from their diet for just 6 weeks reported a 33% reduction in joint pain and morning stiffness. Fried foods also contribute to weight gain, placing more strain on joints already compromised by cartilage loss. Even occasional indulgence can keep your inflammation levels elevated and slow down recovery. Fix. Use baking or air frying as healthier alternatives. Add anti-inflammatory herbs and spices like turmeric, black pepper, and rosemary to support joint healing and flavor without the damage. Food 6. Dairy, milk, cheese, cream. Many seniors don't realize they have low-grade dairy sensitivity, which triggers immune responses that worsen joint inflammation. NIH reports that people with arthritis who removed dairy for 30 days saw a noticeable drop in stiffness and swelling. Casein, a protein in dairy, can irritate tissue linings in people who are sensitive, even if they're not lactose intolerant. Fix. Try almond milk, oat milk, or limited-aged cheeses like goat or sheep cheese. Food 7. Tomatoes and nightshade vegetables. Surprised? Tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants are all nightshades, which contain solanine, a compound shown to irritate joints in sensitive individuals. Mayo Clinic notes that while nightshades don't affect everyone, seniors with inflammatory arthritis often feel relief after cutting them out for 2 to 3 weeks. Fix. Try a short elimination period and monitor pain levels. Replace with anti-inflammatory veggies like broccoli or zucchini. Food 8. Alcohol, especially beer. Alcohol contributes to uric acid buildup, which causes gout and worsens joint swelling. Beer also contains purines, which are broken down into uric acid. Combined with alcohol's inflammatory effects on the liver, this can worsen arthritis symptoms. Harvard Health warns that regular alcohol intake increases the risk of cartilage loss. Fix. Limit alcohol to 1 drink per week or eliminate it entirely during flare-ups. Food 9. Artificial sweeteners, aspartame, sucralose. Even sugar-free isn't safe. Aspartame and other sweeteners can act as neurotoxins, triggering systemic inflammation and altering gut health. One NIH study found that artificial sweeteners disrupted gut bacteria in ways that elevated inflammatory markers, especially in older adults. Fix. Use raw honey or stevia in moderation. Food 10. Gluten, wheat, barley, rye. Even in non-celiac individuals, gluten can increase inflammation. NIH research has shown that seniors with joint pain who eliminated gluten experienced fewer flare-ups, reduced bloating and water retention, better overall mobility. Gluten is also often found in highly processed, high glycemic foods, a double hit to joints. Fix. Try a 30-day gluten-free trial. Use brown rice, quinoa, or buckwheat as alternatives. Final warning: inflammation builds slowly, then breaks you suddenly. You don't have to eat these foods every day to feel the damage. Even a few servings per week can create chronic inflammation that, destroys cartilage, damages tendons, increases fatigue, and leads to irreversible joint damage. But when you remove the worst foods and replace them with anti-inflammatory choices, your joints can heal. Your energy comes back, you sleep better, you move easier, you reclaim your independence. Start today. Because the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to undo the damage. Never eat these 10 foods again if you want your joints to stop hurting.